Hello, I am Salvatore Bellari. Welcome to The Amazing Slacker, Part 5. And it would come to pass that Tim Head would begin his journey of understanding and enlightenment thanks to the wise guidance of Stella. Yo, Tim, are you there? Wow, Stella, that was crazy. Tim, you're gonna have to do a much better job handling your high. I'm working on it, Stella. Do you suppose I can have more of the sacred herb? Hey, Tim, you can't come up here all the time and bogart your good pal Stella's hemp. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to figure it out on your own, pal. Gee whiz, Stella, I really don't know how to do that. Tim, I can't be some big tit in the sky. Come on, pal, sack the fuck up. I tell you what, your good pal Stella has a present for you. Let me introduce you to somebody.
Hi there, Tim. My name's Billie Holiday. We're gonna be bestest pals.
Tim, I want you to meet Billie Holiday. She's gonna be your very own hemp plant. In time, she'll grow and will be able to really help you out. But you're gonna have to be patient. Gee whiz, Stella, okay.
Gee whiz, Tim. We're gonna be such good pals.
Golly, Tim, you are ready to return to the world. Go with ganja, Tim. Go with ganja.
Gee golly whiz, Tim, don't forget about me.
Hold on tight, Billy. Okay, Tim. And it would come to pass that Tim and Billie Holiday would return back to the real world.
Gee whiz, Tim, we're gonna be the bestest friends.
Golly gee willikers, Billy, I believe ya. And it come to pass that Tim Head and Billie Holiday returned home. And in time, Tim would find that reality was a little bit of a poopy pants. Jesus, titty fuck Christ. My first day I'm supposed to be back at Penetron and my back is fucking killing me. It looks like I'm gonna have to use the fucking stroller, man.
Gee whiz, Tim. One day I'm gonna grow big and strong and I'll be able to help you.
Gee whiz, Billy, I know that. Well, look, it's time for me to make that paper, yo. With his pimpin' new set of wheels, Tim Head started making it into the belly of the beast, so to speak. Well now, look who we have here. Hey, Officer Barnes. Well now there, Tim. You certainly don't look the same. How about I just call you Gimpy from here on out? Gee whiz, Officer Barnes. I'm just trying to make my way into the first day back at Penetron. Well, don't you get in any trouble now, you hear? And it would come to pass that Tim Head would realize that the welcome wagon at Penetron was not being rolled out for him. Gee whiz. Nobody wants to be my pal here at Penetron. Then Tim started realizing the lessons of Stella. Tim, don't be so down, man. Dude, remember our lessons. Hone the power of nothing. It is everything you need right now. Tim, may I have a word, please? Sure thing there, Dirk. Look, Mr. Martin wanted to make sure you understood. I'm running the Penetron Penetrator Home Marijuana Defense and High Prevention Kit project. You report to me from here on out. You need to run everything by me. You will not go to Mr. Martin directly. Gee whiz, Dirk, okay, why don't you lighten up a little bit? Hey, Tim, I would watch my tone if I were you. There's one other thing we need to discuss. Gee whiz, what is it? It's about your ex-wife. Hey, what about her? Well, as you may know, I'm tapping that ass. I don't want that to be a problem in here, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, Tim. Now that we have that clear, Tim, take a look at the latest version of the Penetron Penetrator Home Marijuana Defense and High Prevention Kit. Dirk, it doesn't look any different than the one I was working on. Gee whiz, after you dropped the ball and got in a train wreck, I just took all your design work and took credit for it. Like I told you, Tim, I'm going to the top and there's nothing you can do about it. That's right, Tim. Wait till you see the data, the
reduction in overall weed consumption nationwide is dramatic. But gee golly whiz, there's so many more virgin markets for a good penetronian to penetrate. That's why we're going to be shipping 1 million units this Sunday. That should eradicate weed usage nationwide.
That sounds great, man, but I got a question for you.
Hey, I don't have time. I got to go interface with Mr. Martin. Why don't you go type up a report or something?
Shit, man. The only thing I was going to tell him was somebody in management needs to be here to sign for the shipment. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. I don't think Dirk has assigned anybody. Tim was right. Dirk neglected that phase of the project plan. Gee whiz, I suppose the right thing for me to do is let him know that he looked that over. That way Penetron can deploy more Penetron Penetrator, home marijuana defense and high prevention kits. Not only is that good for profits, but gee whiz, I guess that could reduce weed consumption, which gosh, I suppose is a good thing? I'm really confused right now. I don't know what's right or wrong. Stella says follow the bong smoke, and Penetron wants to eradicate the bong smoke. I don't know what to do. Hey there, Tim. It's your good pal Satan. Do you need any guidance or mentoring on what to do? Gee whiz, Satan. I don't want to live in an echo chamber. I'd like to get a different perspective besides yours. Hey, I get it. That's why I brought my good pal, Jesus. Fuck, Tim, I think by now you know what to do. Both Satan and I are on board with the hemp plant. Tim, I have to agree with Satan and Jesus on this one. I think you do know what to do. Remember our lessons. Golly gosh, I'm a little conflicted. The reception here has been so warm. Gee whiz, look who just came rolling back into the office. Ha 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 ha. Where have you been, slacker? Hey there, Gimpy. That's a nice hog you got there. Maybe we'll get some flames for it. Golly gosh, Mr. Martin, how are you? Gee whiz there, Tim. I suppose I'm okay, but you be careful with that thing. I wouldn't want to see you drop the ball like you did on that train ride. Hey, one other thing. You don't have to thank me for everything we did for you. What can I say, Tim? We just care. Anyway, I'll see you later. We're getting ready to ship a bunch of new Penetron, Penetrator, home marijuana defense, and high prevention kits out soon. Gee golly gosh, Tim. I can almost taste the profits now. Anyway, it's time for me to go hang out with the in-crowd. You remember what that used to be like, Tim? Gee whiz, like I said, such a warm reception. Well now there, Tim. Was that Mr. Martin you were talking to? Yes, it was, Officer Barnes. Gee golly whiz. I was just gonna let him know that that super duper important shipment's gonna be here on Sunday. But I'm sure Mr. Diggler's on top of it. He's a much better manager than you were. Golly gosh, it looks like I'm on the outs. Gee whiz. I suppose if I wanted back on board the Penetron team, I would get with Dirk to let him know he overlooked the shipment date. Or better yet, maybe I could be a really good Penetronian and just cover it for him. That way he can work on visionary things. Wow, if I did that, I would be back in the inner circle at Penetron. Sure. It would be swell to be in that Penetron inner circle again and help them penetrate virgin markets. But at what cost? Gee golly, you're home! You're finally home! Oh hey, Billy. Gee whiz, it looks like you grew a little bit. Now that I'm getting all kinds of love, I'm gonna grow big and strong for you as long as I'm left alone. Yeah, I get it, Billy. As long as you're left alone. It was at that point that Tim had realized something. He was beginning to have feelings for Billie Holiday. She wasn't just some plant. There was something else. Gee whiz, Tim. I know you're going to do the right thing to protect me. Man, I would do anything to save Billie Holiday. Well, hello there, Tim. It looks like you got the goo-goo eyes for Billie Holiday. Hey, Stella. I can't help myself. Billie is amazing. Tim, she is amazing. And the times for hearts, memes, and virtue signals is over. Are you ready, Tim? I'm ready, Stella. Are you ready to embrace the power of nothing? I'm ready to unleash it, Stella. You know what to do, Tim. Let's get to work. Go, Tim, go. You can do it. Keep smoking. Wow, Stella, it's starting to really impact me. Let it go. Let it go, Tim. Gee whiz, Tim, you can do it. I'm gonna do it, Billie. I'm gonna do it. Just then, as the power of nothing was overwhelming, Tim Head was transformed into the Amazing Slacker. That is right, kids. It is I, the Amazing Slacker, here to save the day. Yay! Billie Holiday gonna be safe. Yay! That's right, Eugene. Billie is gonna be safe. How you gonna do that? By smoking weed and doing nothing. What? By doing nothing, Dirk won't find out that he flubbed up and doesn't have anybody from senior management in there to sign for that all-important shipment. Besides, it's Sunday. That's my scheduled day off. And I suppose that's kind of a bummer because Penetron will be unable to deploy any more marijuana detection high prevention kits anytime soon. Gee whiz, I suppose there's going to be a uptick in marijuana usage and a downtick in tasty Penetron profits. Golly gee whiz, kids, the Amazing Slacker saves the day. Well, Dirk, I suppose you know why I called you in here. Gee golly gosh, Mr. Martin, I don't know how we flubbed up. Why don't you have a seat? We're going to evaluate your performance and find ways to improve it. Amazing Slacker, you're my hero. That's right, kids. Dreams do come true when you embrace the power of nothing.